Put yourself in places you think you don't belong. Hey everyone, if you're new here, Party of One podcast. If you're not, welcome back. I want to jump right into today's video because I think it's extremely important to not only believe in yourself, but believe in yourself to the highest extent. Believe in the wildest thing that you think you can achieve and then do the steps it takes to achieve it. It is so nerve-wracking and it is so hard to see yourself in places that you really want to be because it's a dream. It's only a dream to you right now. But imagine if you started taking actionable steps to being the person you want to become. For example, run a marathon tired. Start a business with $500 in the bank. Start preaching sermons to your friends. Whatever it is for you, you just have to step out and do it. Whatever you see the people that you love watching that are already doing what you want to do, you do it as well. It doesn't have to be to the highest level of extent that they are doing it. They have the time, the resources, the audience. You have to factor in everything. But if you love it enough, you'll keep doing it until you see results. But sometimes, and even more importantly, sometimes you don't even want to see the results. Sometimes you're just doing it because you love to do it. And then something comes of it. Fun fact, that's kind of how this podcast was born. I had no idea where I was going with this, and I talked about this in my first ever TikTok video of this. And now I'm creating YouTube videos for it because people value the content. I'm grateful every day that I'm able to help at least one person through these videos. So you have to understand, I didn't even see this like this. I didn't picture myself in December making a video about being the best version of yourself. I didn't see it. I just did it. It just turned into this. And when you really look back at life, that's kind of how it's always happened. Everyone always talks about, oh, I love high school. I never want to leave high school. Then you get to college. Oh, I love college. I never want to leave college. Then you get your dream job, or then you move to the city you've always wanted to move to. You're always putting yourself in your best days. So do that with your life. Life is going to keep moving. Naturally, you're going to go through school, or you don't go through school. Sometimes you take a different path. You start a business. You help out with a family business. You do whatever your life is aligned to right now. But at the end of the day, you are continuing to make choices to do those things. So just make the choices to create the life you want to create. How do you do that? It's a lot of talk about just get up and do it. How do you do it? Because sometimes the motivation isn't enough. Every time the motivation isn't enough. You have to be determined and disciplined and have enough perseverance to know that there are going to be some days where you're really up and some days where you're really down. And the days that you're down, you need to be really kind to yourself because it can be really easy to think you're not meant for what you're doing because you don't see the growth as quickly as you want to see it. The growth is happening. The growth in yourself of just learning what you didn't know last week, that's growth. Not always looking at the numbers, not always looking at the followers, not always looking at the finances. Sometimes you're growing and you don't get to see that until you're at a new place in your life where you're like, wow, me this time last year would have reacted completely different. That benefits you in business in some way, or that benefits you in your creativity in some way. I'm so passionate about this topic because I used to be really, really hard on myself. I used to create the most unrealistic expectations. I used to set, for example, I video edit. That's literally what I do as a career. I am in video production. I have my own video company. I used to tell a client that I filmed a 5-hour video for. Say, for example, I filmed a wedding. I told them I was going to have it back to them in 4 days. 4 days. For any wedding videographers or creatives out there, just in general, you know how insane that sounds. So no wonder I thought I wasn't built for the lifestyle that I've created for myself now. Both of my parents have always said, under promise and over deliver, meaning give them a longer time frame of what it would take for you to do something, yourself included. Sometimes it's you to you. If it's losing weight, tell yourself you're going to lose the weight in a year. But do actionable steps to lose it in 6 months. Who knows? You just have to be consistent with it. The under-promising means I'm being realistic enough with myself to know, or with the other person to know, this is where I can see myself on a broader spectrum of this is what I can do for you in regards to deliverables. This is what I can do for you in regards to a relationship. This is what I can do for you for whatever the circumstance is. Then the over delivery part, other half of that is delivering it in a space where people didn't even expect that. They're like, whoa, I got my results back a lot quicker than I thought. All I had to do was just be consistent and not give myself a crazy timeline that I was going to lose 100 pounds in 1 month. Be realistic, but also be delusional. I know, sounds like a hypocrite, sounds like an oxymoron, because it is. Be realistic enough to be kind to yourself when you have days where you're just not there, but you know that the system is still in place for you to reach the goal. But be delusional enough to know that it can happen in 3 months, in 4 months, with the right amount of dedication and a healthy amount of boundaries towards the goal you want to set. That's really important too. You have to have boundaries around everything that you do: relationship, career, personal life, professional life, whatever, friendships. You have to have boundaries, because then you will expend the energy that you create and feel like you can't perform or serve in the best way as a friend, a cousin, a brother, a sister, a mother, a father. So understand that you are one person, and we all have social batteries that do drain out sometimes. And you got to be okay with being honest with others, saying, I'm really not here today. I'll probably be here. Don't even give yourself a timeline of when you'll be there next. You just show up like that. If you're feeling drained today, or you just got a lot on your plate and you know you won't be able to get to where you want to be honest with yourself and say, I'm not really there right now. I'm feeling really low on energy, but I'm working on it. So just work with me. Being honest and communicating with people is the best way to find yourself in a better situation, the quickest. Everyone wants these get rich quick. Everyone wants these results fast, results now. All you have to do is communicate your honesty, and then you don't have to put so much pressure on yourself. I'm saying that so harshly, or I feel like I'm saying it so harshly, because I'm also talking to my past self that is no longer who I am. I am being realistic about what I can do and what I can't do right now. There's never I can't do anything. It's just I cannot do it in the timeline that I'm giving myself or that someone else is giving me. So we compromise and find something that works for both of us, or all of us, or just me, depending on who you're dealing with or what the circumstance is. But I go back to the topic of the video of putting yourself in places you think you don't belong. The think is in all caps, because you belong anywhere that you see yourself. Why would you have gotten the vision if you didn't belong there? Why would you have gotten the ideas? Why would you have been placed in different environments around different people if you weren't able to create the person that you want to be? I think we as humans put so much low self-esteem on ourselves before something even happens. I was watching the show the other day, and one of the characters had said, I dislike people that cheat themselves before it's even started, meaning they don't believe in themselves, they don't think they can win before it's even started. You have no idea how it's going to turn out, but you're already defeating yourself in your mind before it's been done. And if you defeat yourself in your mind, yeah, you've been defeated. Train your mind to only say positive things. It's so hard. I struggle with it to this day. I feel like a lot of value from times through different videos I do on my platform and through the people in my life. And I feel like I get that vice versa with the people in my life. But it is hard trying to show up every day to be positive. Like, there's so much in this world to be upset and angry and mad about, but that's what they expect. They expect you to be upset and mad and forever in your head, like, I can't be the person that I know I can be. Yes, you can. But the first person that has to stop that thinking is you. Because once you stop it, people coming at you like that, doubting you like that, is just background noise. One ear in, out the other. It only matters what you think about yourself. If someone were to walk up to you and say, you don't look good today, but you know you look good today, you don't have to sit there and try to prove it to that person. All you have to do is nothing. That's it. Because you know I am the most beautiful, amazing, confident person. And that's that. You have to live with what you tell yourself every day, so make sure it's positive. It's so easy to get sucked into this whole idea of people have an idea of me. I need to live up to it. I need to live up to it. I need to live up to it. No, you don't. You live up to whatever your dreams are. Everyone says, I feel like growing up, everyone's idea of success was being a millionaire, having a lot of money. Times have changed. Most people's ideas of success, at least in my lifestyle, how I've grown up, in the environments and the people that have been around me, is freedom, financial freedom, freedom to do whatever you want, freedom to be a better person, freedom of mental health, freedom. Maybe being a millionaire is your idea of success. That's fine. Don't let anyone take that away from you. But you have to figure out what those actionable steps are to get to that place. Maybe your idea of success is just making $50,000 a year without having to stress where your next meal is coming from. That is absolutely okay too. Maybe your idea of success is none of the above. Maybe it's actually just traveling, not really having a place to call home because everywhere is home. Every new idea and experience is home. It's what makes more sense to you, not what makes sense to others. And I'm blessed to be in a space where I understand that now, because I feel like I can operate in a much better light when life gets challenging. Because it's going to happen. When you're down for a long time, you'll be up for a long time. When you're up for a long time, there will come a time where life is going to challenge you, and how you react to it, how you react to the people around you, how you react to yourself, your profession, your kids, your spouse. That's all up to you. And life is just a series of tests, and it's going to keep giving you the same test until you understand what the lesson is. So to make this a full circle moment and bring it back to the topic of discussion, put yourself in places you belong. Not where you think you don't belong. You belong anywhere that you have thought about. You belong anywhere that you can see yourself thriving in. Your dreams, they're not just dreams. They can become your life, but you have to believe that it can become your life first. So, I know it was a lot to take in today. I encourage you to listen to this video a couple times until it really sinks in. You can never really listen to one thing and completely understand it. And maybe you come back to this video in a couple months, couple weeks, and hear it from a different perspective. Life is going to happen in the next 2 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, and you have to come back to this video and hear it in a different life, because life has happened around you in that time that's passed since you first saw this video. So just think about that with everything that you hear, the information you retain, study, think about, research. Go back to it, listen to it, read it, write it, as many times as it takes for you to become the person that you want to become. So I really hope that this podcast helped out today. I'm grateful each and every day that you guys come to my platform, both on TikTok and YouTube. I'm hoping in the future that I can release it on Apple Podcasts and Spotify when the time allows. But right now, I'm grateful that I'm able to do this and that I'm able to give you guys longer forms of content. So I'm grateful that you were able to get any piece that I've said in this podcast, because most times the Holy Spirit's working through me and I don't even know what I'm saying till I go back and edit the video and I'm like, wow, that was really profound. I'm grateful. But thank you again for being with me on this journey. I hope anything that I've said can help you on your journey, because that's essentially what I'm here for. I'm here to help serve you guys live a better life, see a better life for yourself, and to help me see a better life for myself by consistently showing up and doing this. If it's 30 of you that watch this video, that's enough. And if it's one of you that changes your life, that's more than enough. So thank you again. I feel very passionate about this topic. Please leave in the comments below if there's anything that you want me to talk about specifically. Questions, advice, I will give it to the best of my ability because I don't know everything, but I will do it to the best of my ability. Please like, subscribe, comment if you enjoyed this video, and share it with a friend that you think might benefit from this video. Follow me on TikTok at Party of One Pod and everywhere else at Party of One Pod. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the 4th episode of Party of One podcast.